Jumping out the whip, shit cold. Watching my step gram froze. Most my days spent alone. Same with my bro, he knows. Ay, gotta pay dues. Walking in mud, you can check my.
Anywho, so how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing good and feeling great. Today is November 30th, so Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. It's about 8, it's almost 8:30. And I really could have finished this yesterday, but I started getting tired from sitting here all day. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And then my stomach was hurting too. My stomach has actually been hurting for the past couple of days. And I don't know what that's about, girl. I don't know if it's like a little bug or something or what it is, but it's gotten to the point where it's a little bit annoying now. So it's like, okay, go away already. Whatever it is. Alright. Oh no. I know I just did not do that. Oh, okay. Girl, I thought I just messed up this whole thing. Man, I was online last night because I told y'all I've been following the Shanquella Robinson story. And girl, last night there was a huge buzz about an alleged arrest of the person that was in the video beating on or we're going to say attacking Miss Shanquella Robinson. And I couldn't believe on how fast videos were getting created with that news. Like, it was absolutely insane. Let me plug y'all into my charger once again. I think we had this problem last time, didn't we? But I couldn't believe how fast videos were getting posted regarding that news. And it came from, the first place that I saw it was the lead attorney, right? He did an interview with him, translated. He speak a little bit of Spanish, so he was translating stuff in Spanish or whatever. And then I saw it being streamed on, was it last night or the night before is when I saw the lead attorney, and then last night is when the arrest situation started spreading around, or maybe I was just late to it. I don't know. It seemed like it all took place yesterday as far as the information getting around. And I saw the investigator on another channel. Actually, Nick at Night was streaming Gerald's from NC Beats channel on her channel. And then she stopped streaming it because she only showed a little bit of it. Because I guess it was supposed to be like his exclusive interview or whatnot. So then I went over to his channel and I was watching a little bit of it. And I actually came in on the end. So, what I did notice was on his particular interview, and it's no shade to nobody, but on his particular interview, he didn't really seem prepared to ask any questions. I think he might have, maybe he was just nervous, I don't know. But anyway, and then I seen the investigator again on another platform. So like, this investigator kind of just popped out of nowhere, and supposedly this is the investigator that brought light to the story. And so, you know, I don't know how credible his information is, but what I noticed was everybody was like running with the story because he had, I think on his Facebook page, like I literally went and looked at it because I was like, well, what article are they referring to? And I saw it on his Facebook page. He has a newspaper over in Mexico, I guess, or a blog. And I went to the blog that they were referencing, and it was that one, you know, article about her being, in his words, he was saying arrested. So that caused a lot of confusion because I honestly think it was just a difference in maybe the language barrier, or not barrier, but like difference of languages, because he doesn't speak English, right? He speaks Spanish, so maybe he meant detain, and that's their way of saying detain, which I don't know how they would say arrested, or maybe it means both for them. I don't know, y'all, but it just caused a lot of confusion. You know, there was people that was like, well, no, this is not true. There hasn't been any solid information. We're just going off of his word, because he's technically just passing along the information that he's being told, right? So it's really like a leap of faith, you know, trusting that that this person, you know, that's sharing the information about the story is being as honest as he possibly can. Now, of course, I'm sure there's some things that he's not able to share, but I hope it's just not one of those things where it ends up being a rumor and this young lady, in fact, did not get detained. Like, I hope it doesn't turn out to be that, because it was just so quick on how everybody was just kind of like jumping on this. I mean, video after video was dropping, live after live. And so that was interesting. And then there's a lot of talk about, you know, the judicial system over there and how their laws are a little different than over here. Okay. So it sounds like a pretty ugly situation for this young lady if she did get detained. I hope she knows a little bit of Spanish or something. I don't know. The word on the curb is that the prison that she's going to be going to, you know, if she gets convicted or whatnot, or the prison they're going to take her to once they get her over there, is a medium security prison. Now, how true this is, I don't know. Because again, I've never been to Cabo, so I can't actually say what type of prisons they have over there. But the word on the curb is that they're bad, y'all. And so, you know, it's a shame that she has to experience this when fighting goes wrong, okay, or an attack goes wrong. So there's still a lot of speculation as to what happened. A lot of people got questions. I've been watching a lot of the commentary and a lot of lives, and I feel like with a lot of the information that's out there, some of the questions, I don't think people are asking a lot of the right questions. I think they're just kind of, you know, going off of what they've been told or what they've read, but they're not kind of, I feel like some people are not really looking at it and like thinking like, hold up, this doesn't sound right. Let me question this, you know, instead of brushing right over it. Like when the police report came out, you know, there was so many people reporting this police report, and it was almost as if they believed that it was possible that 14 rounds of CPR can be given to somebody without them having broken rib cages. Like, it was just bizarre, you know. I don't think people were really, it just seemed like there was a few bloggers that I've come across that was more about the viewership of their channel. They weren't necessarily there to report the correct information. It was like they were just reporting what they heard, gossip, you know, reporting what they heard for a click and a view, whether it's accurate or not. So I was been running across that quite often, you know, people retracting, having to go back and take back what they've said the day before because I don't know, it's gotten kind of messy. You've got some bloggers from my observation, okay? I'm first time watchers to all of these channels, to be honest with you, okay? I do not watch these channels on a regular. I've only been introduced to these channels because they're talking about this story and they just pop up on my recommended. Ever since I watched one video about the story, I just get, it just floods my timeline now, you know what I'm saying? Even on, and what's funny is, even on other platforms, like I was on, what was I on? Was it Twitter? Or was it Facebook? It was either on Twitter or Facebook. I was on there and I was just scrolling through, and then all of a sudden out the blue there's this video about this story, you know, or somebody commenting about this. Like, it was just so weird. I was like, wow, I haven't pulled nothing up about none of this on Facebook. But it's funny how in some way like no matter what platform you're on, it's all connected data wise some type of way. Because I'm pretty sure some of you guys have experienced it where you're online and you might have looked at something and now all of a sudden you're seeing all these Google ads for that one thing that you saw, and it might be on a different platform or something like that. It's weird. So I've come across this. I think it was on Twitter. Yeah, it was on Twitter because somebody had posted something in reference to this supposed second video, which to my understanding there isn't even a second video. And then at one point somebody was reporting there was like a third video, and this was right before, no, this was, I think, I want to say this was when, I think this was the interview with the lead attorney where it was insinuated that there was a third video, and the third video actually showed something different from what the rumor of the second video was, which is allegedly the video of one of the females body slamming this young lady. That's allegedly a second video, but that hasn't been confirmed. So now I get the gist that there's only one video, but it's a longer version of the video than what's being showed or what's circulating online, right? So I don't know, girl. I don't know what the truth is. I know one thing that I noticed has been consistent from day one as far as the information coming out is the fact that this young lady went on a trip with 6 of her friends. They came back, she didn't. That's pretty much has been the same from day one. Everything else has been kind of sus to me. Some of the information a little bit sketchy. The idea, just watching people like, and although it's in good intentions, you know, but watching a lot of these people just believe wholeheartedly what they're reading and not asking questions, or they're turning a blind eye to the red flags and that's hidden inside of what they're reporting on. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. But anyways, I've been following that, and you know, I really don't know what to think about it anymore. Like, it just, every time I listen to it, it just makes me feel away. Because it's like, who goes on vacation to do such a sinister act? Like, that is insane. Like, whose dumb idea was this? Like, you get what I'm saying? That's what I be thinking. Like, whose stupid idea was this? Okay, like, what? Who does that? Okay. Anyway, so it does have me in my feelings every time I listen to a girl. And then the moment I try to take a little bit of a break from it, because I've been watching a lot of the commentary, okay? Like, I haven't even been keeping up with my normal people that I watch, like my vlogs, Peyton Charles, some of the reactor channels that I normally watch. I haven't even been keeping up with what's going on out there. I haven't watched any of my couponer videos that I normally watch because I've been so engulfed in this story, you know, and I really do pray that she does get like justice for real, and I hope that these people are not just playing in the people's faces with this information that's just like coming out a little bit at a time. Like, it's so weird, so weird. Hey y'all, and we're back. All right, so it's later in the day. It's 5 o'clock, and I am about to take me a minute to do absolutely nothing. Maybe about 30 minutes or so, and then I'm going to start making dinner. I went to the store this morning. I went to Kroger, and they were only accepting cash, which is the first time I've ever ran into that. So I was just like, okay. And I was just going to go to the bank and do a withdrawal, but girl, the moment I was approaching the bus stop, I said, you know what? Screw that. I'm just going to go jump in this bus and go down to the little neighborhood store, because it wasn't like I was gonna be buying a whole lot of things. Like, I literally had a list written down on a post-it note, so just a handful of things, right? Wasn't doing like a major grocery shop, so no big deal. So I go down to the little corner store, get what I need, little neighborhood store. This neighborhood store, they have little deals like pick 5 on meats and veggies and stuff like that. But anyway, I already had that, so I came up with 3 meal ideas that I could do for the next few days, the next 3 or 4 days, depending on if there's any leftovers or whatnot, right? I would say 3 to 5 days if there's leftovers. So today, I had a pack of ground turkey, which, by the way, that dressing that I made for Thanksgiving, I think in the video I was saying ground turkey breast, but I was putting like an asterisk on the screen saying ground chicken breast, but it actually was ground turkey breast. But anyway, so I have this pack of ground turkey that I picked up from the neighborhood store the last time I was there, and I was like, well, what can I do with this other than like the stuff I always cook, like tacos, meatloaf, that sort of thing. And I said, you know what, I could do some beef pasta. So I got some egg noodles and a bag of mixed vegetables. Now, the bag of mixed vegetables that I got, it was kind of like a big bag, so it was like $5. It was the Pick Sweet brand. So $5 for that, and I could use that in 2 different meals. So tonight, that's what we're having. Just simple, okay? The beef, I'm going to saute this up. I'm going to make some beef gravy, throw the frozen vegetables in there, throw in the noodles, and shebang. That's dinner. And then I bought a bag of leg quarters. They were on sale this week for $6.99 at that store. And so I'm going to split that up, and one meal is going to be like my rendition of a chicken pot pie. So I did grab 2 small cases of biscuits to put on top, and I think I'm going to put that in a crock pot and cook it that way, and then boom, throw a couple mixed vegetables in that, and then we've got our chicken pot pie in a sense, right? And then the third meal that I have planned is the other half of the leg quarters. I've got some buttermilk ranch seasoning packet in the pantry. So I'm going to bake the chicken with that seasoning packet, and then the sides are going to be broccoli and rice. So I've got broccoli, and I've got a bunch of rice, and I've got a bag of frozen broccoli in the freezer. So that's going to be the next 3 meals that we have. I haven't thought past those 3 meals yet, so when we get there, we'll take care of that. What else is happening? Oh, earlier today, I did catch a little bit of a lie because of the thumbnail. The thumbnail caught my attention, girl. Apparently, this investigator / reporter that's been working on the Shanquella Robinson case, he is now being accused of not completely being truthful, and or I'm not going to say truthful, but let's just say there was a lot of misinformation, or a lot of information was confusing based on the 3 interviews that I saw, which I peeped at when I watched them, like, he's not really giving the same exact story on each panel, but we're going to run with it and see how it goes. And so now it's just up in the air as to if he's trustworthy or not, and all this and that. I feel like, honestly, I kind of feel like it's the blogger's fault that they did not do any extensive research on this gentleman. Because honestly, from where I sit, he just kind of popped up out of nowhere, right? And I get that word on the curb is he broke the story over in Mexico and this and that, and shared the information over here in the U.S. and yada, yada, yada. I get all of that, but when I was watching the interviews, I kind of felt like everybody was asking the same questions, right? Nobody was really there wasn't really too many people asking questions that hadn't already been asked. So to me, the interviews was just like recycle and repeat interviews, right? It still left a whole lot of unanswered questions. It still left a lot of confusion, and honestly, I feel like at this point, it may even be interfering with the case. I don't know, or with the story, because it's not. Nothing's been confirmed yet. Like I said earlier or yesterday, the only two that's certain for sure with this case is that there's a girl that went out of town with people she thought were her friends, and they came back and she didn't. Everything after that, nothing has been confirmed. Oh, and except for that there's a arrest warrant out, right? Other than that, everything else has been kind of shaky. So, y'all, I don't know. I don't even know what to think no more about this whole story, to be honest with you. Like, it's getting messy between the bloggers. It's getting messy. Like, there's just a whole lot of questions, especially the guy who has been in contact with the family. I got some questions about him too, because my thing is, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was the one that actually said that there was a second video, that he had seen the video, right? So if you had seen the video, now that I'm thinking back, why didn't you turn that video in? Like, girl, I don't know, okay? A lot of stuff is straight suspect with this story and the people that are talking about it. It's just, I don't know. This is kind of turning, now it's kind of turning into a, similar to the Kanika Jenkins case. Like, everybody was involved, everybody had their opinions, everybody had something to say, everybody was blaming this person, everybody was doing this, everybody swore they had information that they didn't have, everybody, you know, it was a mess. And now this is becoming a mess, you know. You know it's a mess when a news channel has to come and tell the people to do their research before giving out information. Okay? So, girl. All right, y'all. So I'm done working on the tree. It's a little gappy. I have some balls, some little balls left in the bin here. Uh-oh. But I don't have any more hooks, so I decided to just use all the colors. I was gonna do just the red, green, and gold, but there's just so many spaces, so I just threw in the silver ones. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with the top part. I have like a blue star, but that doesn't really go. It just throws the whole thing off because there's no blue anywhere in there. But I did add a few of these plastic candy canes. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to the Dollar Tree and probably pick up a few things to kind of fill it out and get something to put, get like a topper. Then I've got these, which I don't think I'm gonna hang any of these up this year. Not really sure yet. I've got some stockings that I could hang up. And then I've got an extra pair. Oh, must be out of the box. Yeah, I got an extra pair of lights, but I'm not going to put those up. I'm just going to stick to these colors because the lights are multicolor. So that'll kind of throw the whole thing off. And it'll, why did I put that right there? It already looks kind of, well, I don't know. I'll put it right here. It looks kind of gappy right here. But yeah, I might end up taking some of the ornaments from the back. I don't know if you guys can see them, and then move them towards the front since you can't see the back anyways. I don't know what made me even put the ornaments back there, but I don't know, y'all. Anyway, so dinner is ready. Simple dinner. And cost, budget friendly too. So beef pasta. Okay, so we use a bag of egg noodles, a 1 pound of ground turkey, I would say about 2 cups or a cup and a half of frozen veggies. I use some concentrated beef broth, flour, a little bit of butter, water to make the gravy. Now you are going to have to add water to this because the noodles, I didn't boil the noodles first, so it kind of sucked up the juice, but it's still delicious, y'all. If you don't have that much money, can't think of something, make this. If you got your basic seasonings, that's what I use: onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper. I think I used a little bit of paprika, and you can still do this without the onions and green peppers. If you just have some mixed vegetables, it doesn't even have to be frozen, it can be canned. So if you have some mixed vegetables, some noodles, and some ground beef, you can make this. You don't even have to have the egg noodles. You can use elbow noodles. If you don't have any flour, but you have enough for a packet of gravy, get a packet of gravy and do it that way. Real budget friendly. Oh, I also put a little bit of parsley in there too. So real budget friendly for that. And I might actually add a little bit more water to that. Yeah, so anyways, y'all, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Thank you for checking out today's vlog. It is the start of Vlogmas. I'm not gonna promise anything. I'm gonna do the best that I can, posting a video every day. We'll see how it goes, but you guys support by subscribing to the channel. Turn on your notifications to all so that you're notified each time that I upload a video, and I will see you guys on another one. Bye.